Charge-offs are another one that I see a lot, and people will jump in, when they're trying to fix their credit themselves, they'll jump in and think, "I'll settle that one or I'll pay it." For lending side, charge-offs, we do not have to count towards your debt to income ratio because essentially that creditor has written it off, right? It's a charge-off. But for you, if you're looking at long-term building credit, what would you suggest on a charge-off, or what are some good tips for those?
So it's hard. This is kind of a trick question because
Mm,
everybody's recommendation is going to be a little bit different, right? It depends on the age of that charge off. Also, what else you have on the credit report. Sometimes that's actually not the most important thing. However, if this is a recent, a more recent charge off, generally it is going to be a good idea to settle that. When you have a charged off credit card,
mm,
that balance is calculating into your credit card utilization. So basically it looks like a maxed out credit card. So
oh,
when you have, when it's looking at your overall credit utilization, it's going to make that utilization look high. But we have to be careful also because it depends on the activity date of that account. And sometimes it can actually make it worse to settle it. So this is one of those where I can't give a general advice necessarily because it really does depend on what else is on the report. And also, is it worth it to spend all of that money? There may be better places to put it if we're just looking at what's going to increase the score.
mhm. So
If
going
you're
back
looking at
to
overall health of the credit, a lot of the times it is going to be best to settle those because a lot of those charged off credit card companies eventually sell to a collection company and then it comes back on the credit report as a newer account. So I say, again, talk to a credit professional because it may or may not be the best way to spend extra funds that you have, but it could be. So that's one of those, talk to somebody and get a good
yes,
recommendation that actually fits your situation.
individualized service.
Yes, that's one of those that has to be.
Yeah.
Medicals can be a little different, but yeah, that's one of those where you just really want to be careful and figure out, activity dates and the rest of the credit to make sure that it's worth those funds, that it's actually going to make a difference and it's going to make it better.
Excellent.